So, Herb Thompson, big thanks for sending me this book. Just got it last week, and somebody that is within about 6 or 7 months of my Navy transition, I am very interested in what you have to say. This has a visceral appeal to me as I start to think about my transition from the Navy into the outside world. So, big thanks for the free book. The first section, the first real story of the book goes into a thought experiment. And it's a thought experiment that a lot of us have thought about, except the other way. And the thought experiment is a businessman with an impressive resume and nice looking business suit and good haircut, looks fit, knocks on your ship's door, ship's hatch, your platoon door, your squadron's office, and says, "Hey, I can do this airplane flying thing. I can run a tank. I can manage an EOD command. I can run a platoon. Look at all my credentials. I've done thousands of dollars of sales. I've done transported millions of pieces of gear worldwide. See, look at me. I've got a good uniform. I've got a good business suit. I'm the man you need." And you probably take a look at the resume, and you take a look at him, and you'd be like, "Well, that's great. I'm really glad that you did well in the business world, but you don't have the military experience." And unfortunately, his point is that there's a lot of folks transitioning that think, "Hey, I've run a military command. I'm a platoon sergeant. I'm a commanding officer. I'm a company commander. I can do great. I can do great in this business thing. Just put me in a suit, give me a civilian haircut, and give me some nice new wingtip shoes, and I'll knock it out of the park." Well, it's the same analogy when moving from the military side to the civilian side. There's still a lot to learn, and when any civilian hiring officer looks at you, they're not interested in necessarily hearing all that you've done on the military side. They want to know what you can do for them and how that experience, that military experience, translates to the military side. So a real good analogy, especially for me as I'm getting ready to do my transition. I think the most valuable, a lot of great material here, but the most valuable part of the book is definitely the LinkedIn section. That's actually how Herb and I got connected. He's a LinkedIn rock star. Put out a lot of content on LinkedIn, and we got connected through LinkedIn. He has a good 20 or 30, 40 pages of how to update your LinkedIn profile, how to make it as professional as possible, how to get as much content out there to grow that network and to really present yourself as a LinkedIn professional. So there's a couple ways to do it. One is to go through his process, which is a great process. The other way, which I don't feel like a lot of people talk about, is just copy somebody's. Copy mine. Copy his. See what I'm doing? Do the same thing. See I'm putting out video content? Put out a video book review. Make some, share some content. Like some content. Make some comments. And after a little bit of that, you'll start to grow your profile. You'll start to grow your network. People will reach out to you. People may even send you some free books. And you'll start to be seen as a professional on LinkedIn. The last thing is final thought. And so we started with the first story of the book. I like to start with the end of the storybook, the end of the book. His final thought is to pay this forward. He charges $9.99 for this book. Less than an expensive cup of coffee and maybe a little pastry to go with it. But his intent for this book is to get into the hands of people that are transitioning so that they can learn the experiences that he learned the hard way, so that they can benefit themselves, benefit their transition, and really to pay it forward to the next guy. We're in a military brotherhood, a military sisterhood, and there's few things that brings more satisfaction and more meaning than to take your experience, help the next guy, and pay that forward. So, Herb, thank you for the book. I'm going to pass this on in my newsletter, probably my February newsletter. So if you want this for free, sign up for my newsletter. The link is below, and we'll get out this free book and many other free books in my newsletter. All right, till then, take care.